Mambo vipi mwana SnS popote pale ulipo. Nimefanya interview na DJ maarufu sana wa nchini Nigeria, anaitwa DJ Spinall, ambaye ana album 5 mpaka sasa hivi, na ameachia album yake mpya mwezi huu ambayo inaitwa Grace. Ina nyimbo takriban 15. Ameshirikisha wasanii wengi sana wakubwa katika album hii, wakiwemo mtu kama Fireboy DML, R2Bs, Wizkid, Tiwa Savage, Means na Bella Shmurda, Oxalate na YC, Cranium, World, Niniola, Omah Lay, King Promise na wengine. Sasa nimezungumza naye all the way yeye kuna Lagos, Nigeria, kuhusiana na album hii. Amenieleza masuala mbalimbali, namna ambavyo ametayarisha album hii na kwa nini ameitoa mwaka huu. Lakini pia kwenye track number 11 inayoitwa Tonight akamshirikisha Omah Lay, msanii ambaye pamoja na Tems hivi karibuni walishikiliwa huko Uganda na polisi baada ya kutumbuiza katika show ambayo ilionekana kama vile imekiuka sheria zilizowekwa kwa ajili ya kukabiliana na maambukizi ya COVID-19. Lakini kwa siku 2 wakawa wamekaa polisi, lakini jana wameachiwa huru. Sasa nimemuuliza amejisikiaje kuhusiana na hilo. Amezungumza vitu vya msingi sana kuhusiana na jinsi ambavyo Afrika tunakosea, namna ambavyo kuna magap kati ya nchi na nchi. Kwa hiyo nimezungumza naye masuala mengi sana, so fuatilia interview naye mwanzo mpaka mwisho. How are you, brother?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good. How is Lagos?
Lagos is amazing. How is Dar es Salaam?
Dar es Salaam is very hot.
Hot is good. Hot is good sometimes.
Oh, hot is good sometimes?
Yes.
Well, but we don't like it here.
Oh God, Dar es Salaam is beautiful. The heat makes it even more special.
Okay. So let me congratulate you on your 5th album, Grace. It is a masterpiece. Congrats on that.
Thank you so much.
And this is your 5th album. What an achievement. It might be a very special album for you. Am I right?
It's quite special on so many levels. The fact that it came out this year also is the most special. The album actually consists of some of the biggest names and some of the most talented people in this part of the continent.
Yeah, big names. And of course, 2020 is also a very hard year because of the pandemic, Corona. What motivated you to release this album in this kind of times?
Part of the reasons why we decided to release the album was something to give to the people that can put smiles on their face.
Okay.
And something that would mean more to them than just, the usual singles that we've been putting out. That's why we made this album.
And 15 songs and almost 20 superstars on the album. How hectic was it to complete such a masterpiece?
It was quite tough, but with experience comes professionalism sometimes. What made it a bit tougher this time was because we couldn't get as many physical studio sessions done. It was more of sending files from one location to the other. But at the end of the day, the music came out amazing. We've been getting so many beautiful reviews in Ghana, in South Africa, in London, in the US as well.
Yeah,
I've gotten some reviews in Tanzania, in Kenya, and Uganda as well. I would say that, it wasn't the usual times where we, link up in the studio, but the artists still came through to the best of their abilities on this project. A lot of super amazing songs on the album.
I know the whole album is special for you, but do you have any favorite song on the album?
To be honest, it's like my baby. This all kids, they're all my children.
Yes.
It's so difficult to ask me which one is my favorite child. I love all of them. We made the songs at different times and different mood, so they are all special, to be honest. The singles like This Love, Tonight, Pressure, Every Time, and Sherry, they were all special. And the songs on the album like Energy is a record that I really drawn to, was because of his R&B vibe. Pure Water with World and Niniola is another record that really means so much to me. Jabole, look, Dollar, there are so many songs on there that that are very special to me because they all meant something different at the time we're making them, and it was all organic, and the chemistry was beautiful while we were working.
I can vibe with all the songs on the album, but the song that gives me goosebumps is Shere. What a crazy song.
Thank you. I'm glad you love it. Shere is that's a song that we decided to make just to give more sort of positive energy to the audience. It's a perfect song for vacation in case anybody's traveling to any part of the world this period. And it's just a perfect song to take a break out of all this madness going on in the world. Shere is a beautiful record. We just shot the video. It was directed on the beach resorts in Lagos. It's coming out anytime soon, and you will love it.
I can't wait for that. Track number 11, which is Tonight, features Omah Lay, who together with Tems were recently arrested in Uganda. I'm told that they are now heading back to Lagos. But how did this incident shock you? Because everyone was so, shocked and disgusted.
Well, I just think if there's anything, it states that young people need to get into politics, and we need to get all these old people who are very outdated out of politics. They don't care. They don't know what's going on. They don't understand the value that these artists hold in our hearts. They don't know that these artists are actually the ambassadors for Africa. It's quite sad. An artist, the two of them traveled to Uganda for a show that they were booked for an event that was properly documented, for an event that was even protected by the police, for an event that the artists don't know anything about it. They just went there to perform. They didn't organize the show. Instead of you to arrest the organizers of the show, you didn't arrest the organizers of the show. You decided to put handcuffs in the hands of your fellow countrymen, your fellow citizens of Africa. And that's just so, I don't even have the right words to use, but it's so distasteful, because in this day and age, Africans need to respect themselves more. In this day and age, there should be more in terms of, there's more that we can do for ourselves that will not tarnish our image among ourselves in Africa. African countries should never I should never feel like going to Tanzania should be like a big deal. You should never want to come to Nigeria and be having doubts in your mind about coming to Nigeria. How do we travel between Africa on the same African soil and you don't have a full confidence that you are fine? That's terrible. And this is the evil things that these bad leaders all over Africa they've been able to do, and we have to undo them. I need more young people to get into politics, because all these old people are the ends of affairs of governance. They are outdated, they are tired, they have no information, they just want to be in power for no reason. But young people can set the record straight. I need more young people to be committed to politics, to participate, to vote, to make themselves available to serve whatever part of African countries that they are in. I am aware that there are a lot of amazing talents in Africa, whether from the music industry, from the fashion industry, from the banking industry. There are a lot of young people that can set Africa on the right path. So we need all of us need to come together. All African youths, they need to come together and ignore the politics that, these old fools are trying to play.
If you go to social media, you can see there are a lot of cracks now, a lot of tension between Nigerians and Ugandans. And I can see some Nigerians are so mad in such a way that, yes, they don't want Ugandan musicians to ever sing or their music to be played in Nigeria. How can we revert where we were?
I don't think that things will ever get there. I don't pray things ever get to a point where Nigerians and Ugandans have hostility against one another. I just think in the heat of the conversation, everybody's just upset, everybody's angry. Omah Lay is one of Nigeria's biggest export out of Nigeria, same as Tems. to then see them being handcuffed like common criminal was just too much. Okay, let's say they violated one thing or the other. You don't need to handcuff them like that. You handcuffed them, you paraded them, took them to court. That's not the kind of way you treat your fellow African brothers. That's very hostile.
Yeah.
So it is left for the Ugandan government to tender an apology to the Nigerian people and, find a way of some sort, to come to a point where, we go back to the energies that we used to share. I'm also aware that, Nigerians were upset, but I also know that Nigerians are loving people. There are a lot of Africans living in Nigeria. There are a lot of people from other parts of the world that lives in Nigeria, and they've never experienced any sort of racist behaviors or xenophobic behaviors among, Nigerians. So we are very welcoming people. We are happy people. We love to party. We love to make music. We're loving people. But I just think that all those things you're seeing on social media, they will die down with time. It's just from, people being, upset and people just, speaking to the issue at hand. And I also think that this is a lesson for other African countries, and we need to create more friendliness among ourselves. And the policies that the governments are making, most of them are not buying and binding Africans together. Some of these policies are very, very, very outdated and should not ever be used. For instance, I don't think an African man needs a visa to go to another African country.
Absolutely.
We are black people. Why do I need a visa to go to Tanzania? Why do I need a visa to go to South Africa? It does not make any sense to me. Or South Africans should come to Nigeria. Or Nigerians should go to South Africa. Mozambique should visit. As long as we're on the continent called Africa, we should be able to work with ourselves. We should be able to spend our currencies. We should be able to, visit our friends. We should be able to tour different places. Ghanaians should come to Nigeria. Look, I don't know how we got to this point, but that's why I'm hoping that young people will come up, because I have no hope in these leaders that have ruled Africa for the last over 2 decades. Whether in Nigeria, whether in Kenya, whether in Uganda, whether in Tanzania, African leaders all over Africa, they've all failed. They've failed the people. They've failed. Nigerian leaders failed. Ugandan leaders failed. We all see South African leaders failed. We all see 90% of African leaders have failed woefully. I'm looking for a time that, Africans will be very proud to be Africans in Africa, because Nigerians and Africans, they go through a lot when they go to Europe, when they go to the US, and even back home, they still go through so much. So it doesn't make sense to me, and I'm hoping that, more educated young people, more loving, more caring, more people with humanity will come to the affairs of governance in Africa.
Thank you so much, brother, for your gems, and I hope so many people will get the wisdom from your words. Let's go back to the album now. So if you are to mention only one song on the album which was so complicated to finalize, what will that be?
One song that was quite difficult to finish. Apparently, I think it's all of the records.
Okay.
And I can talk about one of them. I remember that the song with Shebo and Budge, there was a lot of back and forth from labels in terms of, let's go with this song, or let's not go. There was that.
Yeah.
Then the record with World and Niniola Pure Water, I took my time on that production.
Yeah.
I was working on the beats every day. In fact, the day we were supposed to submit the album, I was late because I still kept working on it till the point where I was like, yes, it's perfect. Let's go. Most of my records are usually like that, and that's because I always want to make sure that I've given my best. For every day that I have these songs with me, I work on them every day. I adjust one thing or the other just to make sure that the fans and the audience enjoy the music.
Are you seeing yourself releasing more albums?
Oh, definitely. It is important that we document the music we're making, and that's the purpose of the album.
Yeah.
The album helps us document our music. It's important that we keep everything documented now. Afrobeat is at the forefront of the game. Afrobeat is what everybody's talking about, is what everybody want to listen to. So it is very essential that we document everything that we're doing. It's very important that we document. It's very important that, these albums come out, because the kind of music we're making today, we might not be able to make them tomorrow. Only God knows the kind of sound we'll be making by then. So all I'm trying to do is to document, promote, and celebrate our music.
Can't wait to hear more album from DJ Spinall. And lastly, what is that special message that you want people to take from Grace?
The special message I want people to take from Grace is to listen with an open heart and enjoy every record that we made in there. Also, I want them to also know that despite how bad the year has been, despite the craziness and all sort of, things that has happened this year, we are still here because of God's grace, and we should never take it for granted.
Thank you so much, brother. It was a pleasure having you another time on SnS, and thank you so much for keeping on entertaining us.
Thank you so much too. Thank you so much. I love talking to you, and thank you for your support as well.
Thank you, sir. Have a good evening.
And you too.